What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to some more FIFA 14 gameplay. The team I'm using is on screen now guys. It's the same team pretty much that I used in the last episode of the gameplay where I played against the Master Bucks. Today, as you can tell by the title, I am playing against AIRJAPESFIFA and we're going to take a brief look at his team as we go into his team now. He's also rocking a bit of a BPL team. He's got a very strange formation, a 3-4-2-1. He wanted to try something new. He's got a very strange team. You know, obviously he didn't get the best BPL players in packs, but I got some pretty decent BPL players in packs, and he's got Hazard there on the left and Morales on the right, with Ben Arthur and Podolski just ahead of those in the wings. But I've got a few things to talk about today. So today the demo dropped on Xbox 360, not on PlayStation 3 just yet. You'll find that tomorrow, unless of course you're listening to this video tomorrow, in which case you'll find that today, or if you're 2 days late on this video, you would have found that yesterday. But in general guys, the demo has been released and people are playing it, and I've got a lot of feedback on the demo from you guys that I want to talk about. First of all, about this game, it was a compelling game between myself and Japes. I actually cut out a lot of the boring parts. You know, you guys said you wanted to see a mix of full games and highlights of games, and this is an epic game between myself and Japes where there are a lot of highlights. So I thought, hey, let me just show you all of the highlights, and it still came out to be a very, very long video as Japes takes a 1-0 lead there, scoring with Vincent Kompany on the 6th minute. So let's talk about the demo first of all, guys. I got a lot of responses when I asked how you guys are finding the demo of it's bad, it's terrible, people don't like it. And the main thing about it that they didn't seem to like was that it was different, which I find remarkably strange. It felt a bit slower, a bit more unresponsive. Now, bear in mind that this demo is not the final version of the game. That's why it's called a demo. EA want to get feedback from you guys and from us guys, and they want to make their game better so that when they fully release it, it comes out as a good game, you know, because if they put the demo out as the full game, it would be a terrible game, or, you know, supposedly by the majority vote of the community, from what I've seen, it would be a bad game that people don't enjoy and they wouldn't play it. Now, of course, EA don't want that, so they want to get your feedback, and that's what the EA forums are there for. So, you know, if you do have things to say about the game, go ahead and go to the EA forums and let EA know what you think. Now, one of the biggest things was from a fellow YouTuber, Pokemon Otani. He was abusing the finesse shot just like I was abusing the finesse shot in the EA capture event that I managed to get this gameplay from. EA are working on that. They know there's an issue there. They're looking at it, and by the time the full game comes out, that finesse shot will not be as good as it is currently, especially in the demo build. Other than that, there's not really been too much issues with the game. Like I say, some people think that it's slower and a bit more unresponsive. That could just be because it's a demo build and it's not a final build of the game. You know, obviously I'm not here to tell you what you think is good or what you think is bad. Like, you're entitled to your own opinion. But in general, in my opinion, I've played a much newer version of the game than what the demo is, and a lot of the problems that you guys seem to be finding in the demo are eradicated or just not there at all. You know, they're simply not there. And that's pretty awesome. Like, I'm personally enjoying the game. You know, I've had a lot of time with the game. I played it extensively at the EA Capture event for 3 days. You're going to see a lot of gameplay from me every day now, leading up to the actual game. I've got games against all of the YouTubers that went there, bar 1 or 2. I don't think I've got a game against I got one against Rally. I don't know if I got one against Matt HD Gamer. There was a fantastic goal there as well from Czech Tiote, hitting the inside of the post and off the keeper and into the back of the net. Look at this for a finish. I don't know if it shows the whole replay because the clip's coming to an end, but there we go. He drills it and it goes straight into the... I thought it actually hit the post. It doesn't. It went straight into the back of the net to make it 2-2. But on the stroke of half-time, Japes pressing and pressing and pressing manages to drag a corner out of me, I do believe, or some bad defending from me there. He has the shot. The keeper pushes it away. The corner is there, and you know, the corners are strong in this game. It's another one of those things that EA are aware of. Like, you know, in the capture event, we scored from stupid amounts of corners, and you're about to see Japes here again. Like, takes a beast shot there from about 30 yards out. The keeper saves it, maybe 25 yards. The keeper saves it. And bang, he gets a corner, and you know what's coming from this corner because it's been speaking about corners the last few seconds, and bang, there we go, Vincent Kompany with his second goal of the game on the stroke of half-time to make it 3-2. Now, as we go into the second half of this game, guys, we come up to the half-time here. It was a very good half, a very good game. You know, I always enjoy playing against Japes because he's a very strong player, and it's nice to play against the strong people, which, you know, betters your game. and helps you grow as a FIFA player. And I'm going to be investing a lot of my life on FIFA this year, a lot more than last year, to try and make sure I am better than I was at FIFA 14 than at FIFA 13. But the last thing we want to talk about in this episode, guys, is what I'm doing right now. So as you're listening to this, I'm currently sat in a condo in Orlando. Virgin Gaming have brought myself and Bateson out here. They've been very, very kind to us, and it's been a good trip so far. We're going to be doing some work out here for them. But I came here and I bought my passport, right? And I don't mean my passport that I show at the airport or anything like that. It's called my passport. It's like an external hard drive. And I remember packing it, and I picked it up by the cable and dropped it into the suitcase. And when I was at the airport on the way in, I was like, oh, let me get my passport out of my bag and edit whilst I'm on the plane, because I've got, a 10-hour flight. I can edit a whole bunch of videos, won't be a problem. And this is why you got some mainly pack openings and spotlights yesterday and today, is because I was unable to edit, and I was rummaging through my suitcase. I got the passport out. I was like, right, where's the wire? And I looked everywhere and I couldn't find the wire. And I was like, my God, I better have this wire somewhere. I thought maybe it's in my backpack. I'll check when I get on the flight. Wasn't in the backpack. I thought, you know what, the suitcase, I'm only here for a week. The suitcase isn't jam-packed full of stuff. So I was like, when I get here, I'll empty out the suitcase. The wire will be in there for sure. I'll get the wire out. I'll edit some videos. Get here, there's no wire. And I can't believe there's no wire, because I picked the wire up to put the entire product into the bag. I can't figure out how there's no wire. So Carl from Virgin Gaming, who's kind of here with myself and Bateson this week, with we're here working with him specifically this week. He's an absolutely awesome guy. He took me and Bateson to Best Buy today, and obviously I was unable to edit video yesterday, but he took us to Best Buy today, and we're looking through Best Buy and going through their electronics section of the cables and USB cables, and we asked the guy, and was like, hey man, have you seen this wire? Because it's a special kind of wire. It's called a USB micro 3.0 HD part 2 or something like that, and it's a weird looking USB cable. It's very strange. The one end is like a regular USB 2.0, but the other end is the USB 3.0. And he was like, no, I'm afraid we don't have one. That wire isn't here. And I was like, if we go to a different Best Buy, or are there any other electronic stores around? And I don't know if you guys have ever been to the States or ever experienced anything like out here. Their shops are 3 or 4 minutes drive apart across main roads and motorways, and you can't just walk from store to store. You have to get in your car and drive for 5 or 10 minutes to the next store and whatever. And it was a bit of a trek, and Carl was just like, hey man, why don't you just see if they have the same product? So I went to the hard drive section, and they have the My Passport there. They have them there. So I bought a new one just to get the wire, to be able to get my FIFA 14 footage onto my laptop to make videos for you guys for this week, because otherwise I was absolutely screwed. I had nothing available to me. I wouldn't have been able to make any FIFA 14 content. Today, I've got 2 more spotlights and 1 more pack opening, and that would have been your lot until I get home next Tuesday. It's currently Tuesday at 8 p.m. US time. Sorry, 8 p.m. UK time. It's 3 p.m. US time, and I wouldn't have been home until 8 a.m. next Tuesday UK time. And there was just no way I would have been able to go that long without making FIFA 14 content, considering I have so much of it. So I was thinking, maybe I'll go onto Amazon and get a cable. But yeah, I bought another one just to get the cable. So I paid $60 just to be able to get a cable to bring you guys some content. And also on my flight, 2 nights ago, the night before I came to the States, right, I watched Jonathan and Charlotte documentary. Jonathan and Charlotte were the runners up in Britain's Got Talent, and Jonathan has an incredible voice. He's an opera singer. His voice is incredible. He's a depressed large kid, and he's had issues growing up and stuff, and I got a lot of time for him. I enjoy his live music. I'm not a big fan of opera, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I've listened to their album or anything, but in general, I like the work that he does. Watching the documentary, you get to find out a lot about him, and it was awesome to watch it. And then who is on my flight the next day is Jonathan from Jonathan and Charlotte, and I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there opposite him, and I looked at him, and the face rang a bell, and then I just looked away and didn't think anything of it. And then 30 seconds later, I was like, oh damn! The reason why the face really rings a bell is because I was watching a documentary 2 nights ago from now, but last night or at the day. And I just couldn't believe he was sat opposite me. And I didn't have the cojones to go up and say to him anything, but you know, everyone was sort of sitting there staring at him, and everyone was looking at him. A few people went up and got autographs and so on and so forth. But yeah, I was too scared to do so. And of course, you know, he's a big star. He's a superstar. So he was flying first class, where I was sat in the economy back of the plane section. But yeah, so Jonathan from Jonathan of Charlotte was on my flight. So guys, I'm gonna give you a house tour of where I'm staying in the next day or two. Where I am is awesome. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why I'm here, and a few other stories as from why I'm here. But this is the end of the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.